Reefing fam, what is going on? March here, Fragbox TV. Welcome back to the channel. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Toronto. Welcome to our store. Welcome to my 14-year-old stinky, lazy bulldog. Okay, why did I start with a pan over the Coral View Hydros? What is a Hydros? Sounds like a Greek god. Is it a Greek god? Check Google. Carson. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. You're going to be like my Jamie to the Joe Rogan, you know, on the Joe Rogan Experience when he's like, look that up, Jamie. We're going to go on.
Hydros is named as the Greek god of water in some ancient texts, although Hydros is just one of many Greek deities associated.
Roar! You read good. Okay. So, Hydros Minnow. This is not a Greek god. This is an aquarium controller that we're going to be setting up here in the shop. And you know what? I've set one up at home. And I am quite impressed. It's giving Apex, hello, look at that, hold on. Let me give him a little bit of love. This is not to hate on Apex, because when you walk in the store, what is one of the very first things you see? It looks like Hugo Boss in here with that orange and gray. That's kind of like their insignia. Boom, the big boy, Neptune Systems, Apex Pro, Trident, Gold, whatever. I don't know why I'm doing that voice. Now we have the Minnow, the Hydros. Competing aquarium controllers. We're setting up this little one. I really like it. I have one at home that I set up recently, made in the USA. What's up? Comes with 2 dosing heads. Why did I pick this one? It just seemed like the right fit for what we're doing. They have a couple different options, and we're building out our Hydros collection in the store. Look, I'm giving them, they're going to get a lot of love. All of this is going to become Hydros. We're slowly ordering and stocking up as I learn about the brand, and I'm kind of slowly falling in love. It's kind of like we just started dating and she hasn't shown her like ugly, crazy, psychotic side of her yet. She's still on her best behavior. That is my analogy for the Hydros controller. So far, so good. I had a little bit of trouble hooking up this. I didn't understand the Terminator. Now I understand the Terminator. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Now I understand how those work. There's a lot of cool little features. I think one of the biggest advantages to setting up the Hydros, or something that is really attractive for hobbyists looking for an aquarium controller, is the price. It is very affordable when we compare simple things like this, like their auto feeder. I think this is 40 or 50 bucks. Carson! Yeah. How much is the auto feeder from Neptune? He's gonna check on the AFS. While we're looking at this, a lot of their things are like half the cost. And if it measures your temperature, if it turns on your skimmer, if it controls your pump, if you got a leak detector and tells you water, and it does all the same things as the Apex, why buy something that costs more money and does the same thing? Yeah, that's one. AFS, how much? $163. It's not my favorite product. That thing is loud. It works. But anyways, this is not a cost comparison video. This is not a video to put the 2 big giants head to head, which I'm happy to do a later date. This is a setup video. So I've set one up already. Carson is very techie. He's good with this stuff. He's good with the technology, with the app, with the Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz Bluetooth. He gets it. You know, you give him something and he's very intuitive, he's very hands-on, he's very handy. He's like Mini March, but better with the tech. So we're gonna let him do it. We're gonna let him figure out all the stuff. I'm gonna give him absolutely no guidance because I've done it already, and then we'll kind of get his input as someone that's never even touched it or opened it. If you want to see what the inside looks like, maybe you want an unboxing video. I'll give you 2-in-1 video. Look at this. Unboxing. It's okay. It's okay. You know what? You get what you pay for. Is that what I want to say? I don't know. It's okay. It's just, it's not an Apple box. This feels good. The actual product feels they feel chunky, they feel strong. There's something about weight that just resonates with me, and it just has a feeling of quality when something is, oh, wow, that was heavy, you know what I mean? This is okay. I'm not going to comment on the instructions because I have a video at home setting that up. I'm not going to comment on anything. We're going to let Carson comment on what the setup is like, and we're going to see if he gets stuck, because I did. Why are we hooking up the Minnow? Because I like that it comes with dosing pumps. We're going to do this alongside an XP8, which is their acronym for a power bar. It's basically 8 plugs, which will allow us to plug in our pumps, our lights, our skimmer, our heater, so it's going to act as a monitor and sensor. We're going to throw one of these in our sump so we can look at the sump level at all times with an optical sensor. We're going to use these two, there's actually 4 sense ports. So one of them will be used by the heater, the temperature probe. 2 of them we're going to use for leak detection. So we're going to set up ropes around the floor, and when they get wet, you can tell them to turn off pumps and send you an email alarm. And then finally, we're going to use the optical sensor. Then we're going to set up the XP8 so that we can control, again, the pumps, not the lights, because the lights are going to be AI blades, aqua illumination blades, heaters, ATO, possibly a skimmer. So we're going to use this along with that. It's a little bit daunting. Even for me, there's a bunch of different modules. So I'm still learning what is an X2, a X3, a Minnow, a Launch. I have at home an X10. There are quite a few models. So you kind of have to plan out a little bit what you want this thing to do. Do you want to turn off or on water coming from your reservoir or from an RODI unit to fill up an ATO reservoir? Do you want a fish feeder? Do you want to monitor ORP? Do you want to monitor salinity? Do you want to monitor pH? So all of those things, you want to control pumps. You want variable dimming from 0 to 10 volts. Those will all kind of influence which base unit you go with. One of the cool things though, even if you go with their smallest one, like this one, the Minnow, there's actually smaller ones, they're just not in stock right now. You still get access to the app, you can play with it, you can kind of get a feel for it, and then you can build it out to really suit your needs. So the cost of entry, I said I wasn't going to talk about cost, but I got to talk about it just one more time. The cost of entry is a lot lower when we look at the Apex. They have their Junior, but it's still 400 something bucks, and then it quickly jumps. The Junior to me is, I don't even stock it. I think it's a piece of, I'm not allowed to complain in 2025. I think it is not the best option for hobbyists.
It's constructive criticism, not complaining.
See, no one gets free frags today. It's this or this for me. It's the regular or the pro, and in Canada, they run 1100 and 1400. Not cheap at all. Okay, enough talking. Let's get some setup going, and then we will report back our findings. Okay, in 20 minutes, he has managed to, let's see, set it up. We got the app going. We have it. How was connecting it? Easy. And it's all done through Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
We got temperature set up?
Yep.
And that's all we can do so far because we're waiting for the XP8. Okay, so about 20 minutes to install, register an account, set up a temperature probe. Okay, YouTube magic. We have jumped ahead actually a couple months here. Everyone say hi to our newest hire. This is Mr.
Hello.
Navarro. He's
Hello.
building a Reef Casa cabinet. We're setting up a new one in the shop. Okay, let's get back on track. I really like this thing. If you're looking for a controller, and you really only have 2 options in my opinion. You have either Neptune or Hydros. You used to not have Hydros. Before, your only option really was Neptune. I guess there's GHL. I'm not going to. I think it sucks. Anyways, you really have only Neptune and Hydros. And when you compare the features between the two and you look at the price, I think it's difficult for me to justify to a customer now why they should get a Neptune controller over a Hydros. User interface, really easy. Super easy to set up, as you saw. And I feel like Hydros is hungrier. What do I mean by that? Let me just show you the board in the basement now that it's a little bit more dialed in. Will here wants to take home, our newest hire wants to take home a Minnow. So he's going to take one and set it up. That's their smallest version. What do I mean by they are hungrier? They are new to the party. So welcome to the basement of Fragbox. It is haunted. We have a friendly poltergeist that lives down here. Very friendly. Means no harm. But anyways, because they're new, because they're the new dog, you know, Neptune's got 25 years. And I love my Neptune. So this video is not about shooting down one company over the other or saying that one is better than the other. In terms of cost, Hydros wins, hands down. Let's just look at the dosers for a second. I'm going to talk in Canadian dollars. These are 500 bucks each. You get only 2. Okay, so for a pair of them, with taxes, it's very expensive. You're like $1,000. But if you get a Neptune X10, you're getting controller with the 4 dosers for $1,000. So it ends up being half the cost. So I'll show you here our Neptune cabinet. The whole store is running off Neptune. I have so many different modules. Staff's never allowed to open this. We got 3 EB832s. Every single thing that they make I have one of each thing running and I'm using in the store and I love them. This is now our Hydros cabinet. I've done my best. There's just so many wires and I'm always telling myself, you know what, I want to make it really pretty and neat and clean. The only thing is when you do that, if you ever have to change something, which we often do, you have to go through, you bury it in order to make it look nice. This for me, honestly, this just works the best. We hide most of the wires in there. We close the door. We can see what we really need to see, which is our DC pumps. If you ever wondered what we're using here in the shop, it's the Jibao DCP 20,000s and some of the 15,000s. They do a great job, pretty reliable, inexpensive. And then we hide all the clutter in there. I really do like the lights. They kind of shine through in a really cool way. Set up optical sensors so we can monitor levels in the sump. We've set up some alarms and we have a couple more things to program onto it. But again, cannot say enough good things about this controller. So Hungrier, what was I saying about Hungrier? I'm getting hungry, so I get off topic. It's easy for me to get sidetracked. Because they have something to prove, I feel like they're coming out with more things. There's more innovation. Neptune has got, a track record of success of 25 years. These guys only have a couple years compared to the behemoth that is Apex. I think a lot of people like to support something that's new. Right now they got some stuff to prove, so they're just coming out with a lot of cool and new and exciting things. And I love competition, healthy competition like this, because they're going to keep them on their toes. They're going to be watching. When I point over there, I'm pointing to the Neptune shelf. They're going to be watching what they're doing. It was kind of cool back in the day when Ecotech and Aqualumination, they were separate. They merged a number of years ago. And I don't like when companies do that because I think it kills innovation. The competition kills innovation. So these were separate brands. Maybe you guys don't know. Ecotech and AI, they merged. They're now one. And now they're under a much bigger conglomerate. Aqualumination, Ecotech, and Neptune. All three of them. Everything in this corner was bought out by a company called Aperture in the United States. Very, I think, very smart business move on their part, just gobbling up the three kind of biggest names of American marine equipment that we all love in the hobby. Like, this stuff literally flies off the shelf. You can see how many of their lights and their pumps I stock. I just love the products. So we're getting more experience, myself included, in the shop. I am no longer, I would say, a Hydros beginner. I am somewhere in between a beginner and intermediate. I like to use the products that we sell in the store. So I have one running at home. So if you guys got any questions about this stuff, I can begin to slowly answer and help out. There was a point in time where I needed help. I didn't understand, things like this. Like, why do I need a command bus terminator? Now I get it. And the different cables and because when you first get into it, it's a little bit, I can say, a little bit daunting. It can be a little bit overwhelming. I think this is the best value out of all the controllers. If you're looking for one, get the Minnow. It's made in the US. One of the best parts is you get 2 dosing pumps. Plus you're getting the controller. If you want to add XP8, you can always add one of these onto it and then you can control all your devices. But I think this is best value if you're looking to get your feet into the controller market. And that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap up this video. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something, and I hope to see you back here on the next episode of Fragbox TV. Bye for now.